excited to have you guys here today for our webinar on how analytics and reporting can transform your shipping operations. So whether you're a retailer, a 3PL, or somewhere in between, data is one of the most powerful tools that you can use to optimize your logistics, cut costs, and ultimately enhance your customer experience. So hi, I'm Monique Larson. I'm Head of Sales and Partnerships here at Starshipit, and my role is really all about helping retailers and 3PLs streamline their shipping with world-class solutions. So I've got over a decade in courier and logistics experience across New Zealand and internationally. Plus, I've had my own experience as an e-commerce business owner. So I've seen firsthand both the challenges of fulfillment, but also the power of data-driven decision-making. So also joining us today are two absolute superstars from our Starshipit team. We have Georgia Kirkham and Jeff Luke, absolute experts in delivering solutions and creating the best onboarding experiences for our customers. Georgia, let's start with you. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Oh, thanks, Mon. Hi, everyone. As Mon mentioned, my name is Georgia Kirkham, and I am the Enterprise Account Executive here at Starshipit. In my role, I get to partner with global enterprise retailers, working with them to understand their unique products, as well as their shipping and fulfillment processes, tech stacks, and I work with them to leverage opportunities to optimize their operations with the Starshipit product. Utilizing data is a topic of conversation that always comes up when I'm talking with these retailers. So I'm really excited to be here today and talking to some best practice. So thanks for having me.
Awesome, Georgia. And over to you, Jeff.
Cool, thanks, Mon. Hi everyone, and welcome here. My name's Jeff. I'm the onboarding manager here at Starshipit. My team plays what I like to call a vital role in your Starshipit journey, ensuring that you're set up for success from absolute day one. I bring close to 10 years experience in both shipping and e-commerce, working with retailers of all sizes, from small startups to large enterprises. Throughout my career, I've helped businesses streamline their shipping processes, improve efficiency, and create seamless customer experiences. I am excited to be here today and to share the insights that I have to help you to make the most of Starshipit's reports and data.
Nice one, Jeff. Cool. So before we dive into today's topic, just let me introduce Starshipit for those of you who might not be familiar with us. So at Starshipit, our mission is simple. We help businesses to automate and optimize their shipping processes with saving time, reducing costs, and overall improving the customer experience. So whether you're a growing retailer, an enterprise retail group, or a 3PL, we give you the tools to streamline fulfillment, integrate with multiple carriers, enhance customer experience, and ultimately just take the guesswork out of shipping. So today, what we're going to do is break down how you can harness data and insights to make smarter shipping decisions. Georgia and Jeff will take you through key shipping metrics, how to use them effectively, and also share real-world examples of businesses who are already leveraging analytics for success. And of course, we encourage you to ask questions throughout. So please use the Q&A at the bottom of your screen. Our team will be answering them live during the session, or we also have time at the end for Q&A. And if your question isn't covered in the session, then we'll absolutely contact you directly after and provide you with the answer that you're looking for. This is also being recorded, so we'll share that with you after the webinar, and please do feel free to share it with your colleagues who couldn't make it. Cool, so why does this data even matter? So realistically, by tracking shipping data, retailers can really make smarter carrier choices, reduce fulfillment delays, and optimize costs across the board. So the more visibility that you have, the more control that you will gain over your shipping strategy, leading to better margins, happier customers, and ultimately a more scalable business model. So if you're not actively monitoring this data or relying solely on your carriers to provide those reports via DIFOTs or what have you, you could be missing key opportunities. After all, letting your carrier provide their own delivery report is like letting students grade their own homework. But if you keep those holistic insights consolidated and in your own hands, it's going to ensure that you can make those data-driven decisions that truly benefit your business. So now I'm going to hand you over to Georgia, who's going to dive deeper into using data to track average shipping costs and why this metric is so critical. So over to you, Georgia.
Thanks, Mon. Next slide, please.
Oh.
Yeah, so average shipping cost. This is the first sort of metric that I want to touch on, because ensuring you're across this on a regular basis and then being able to act accordingly is key to maintaining healthy profit margins. And ensuring those healthy bottom lines is something we're seeing more front of mind than ever coming with retailers coming into 2025. Because we know that shipping costs have a real potential to eat into your profits. But it's also an opportunity to turn something that is traditionally considered a cost into one that potentially generates profits for you. With the average shipping cost, you can break that down, per package, per order, per carrier, per service, per origin destination and destination location as well. And by actively tracking these metrics and trends, you can identify opportunities to reduce costs, possibly by switching carriers for certain services or routes, or using this info to inform rate negotiations with your carriers, as well as informing how much you maybe charge your customers for shipping for certain locations and services. One example of how I'm seeing our retailers do this really effectively is using this average shipping data to understand exactly how much margin you might need to add to the price displayed at checkout for premium delivery options such as same-day delivery, where you know that your customers might be more willing to pay that premium price for, to then use that to cover the cost of free shipping that you're offering on, say, standard deliveries. So what you can do is effectively monitor your average shipping cost across, services and carriers to ensure that there's enough fat in the shipping charge at checkout, say, the same day, to ensure you are covering that free shipping cost. Next slide, please, Mon. Thank you. I also really recommend just diving deep into that shipping cost by carrier. So this is where you can get that carrier-specific breakdown of shipping expenses, helping you understand exactly where your shipping budget is going and the percentage of packages being sent with each carrier and service. Now, this is especially useful when using a multi-carrier strategy, as it allows you to identify high-cost carriers and lanes and possible more cost-effective solutions, as well as track cost fluctuations over time. Every carrier is different, and some may be more cost-effective or have a better service for certain routes and freight profiles. So we suggest really partnering with your carriers here, as certain carriers may have particularly high volume routes that they've got where they want to ensure full trucks, say. And so they might offer exceptionally good rates or service for that route. Or you may have a certain product with a freight profile that could fall into a more cost-effective service or weight break that they offer. And by using this data, it allows you to have more informed decisions with your carriers. Have more informed discussions, I should say, with your carriers, and make more informed decisions when it comes to optimizing carrier selection to match the specific needs of each package. And those needs could be cost, as well as speed or destination and customer requirement as well. Now, our retailers use this info to inform their Starshipit carrier routing rules. So these are rules that you can set up in Starshipit to automatically select the certain carrier and service when fulfilling an order, so that your teams don't need to be, manually making the decision and the selection every time they print a label. Now, and as an example, your analysis of shipping costs by carrier may prompt you to use our lowest cost carrier rule to assign the lowest cost carrier for certain packages, but for others going to maybe a specific destination or that have a specific order value or freight profile, or a combination of these things, you may prefer to have a rule set up to have those orders assigned to another carrier or service based on this analysis. So the analysis of this data really allows you to be agile in how you ship your goods according to the service and price offered by your carriers and that requirement of your customers. All right, last one. Next slide, please, Mon. Last one from me. Understanding the data around what you expected the shipping costs to be versus what you were actually charged versus what you charge the customer is really important to identifying where you are in the green for shipping and where you're in the red. Now, a typical e-commerce retailer should aim to keep their freight costs within 5 to 10% of their product cost. But that's the general guideline, of course. I mean, this can vary significantly depending on the product type, shipping distance, or your business model. But we suggest that you track these metrics, expected actuals and what you charge on a monthly basis at a minimum. By keeping that kind of close eye on this information, it allows you an overarching kind of holistic view so you can see where it's most important for you to make changes really quickly. It be that carriers used or what you charge your customers. And it also helps you identify those opportunities I've mentioned to make money on shipping. That's it from me. Thank you. I think
Nice one, Georgia.
Thanks, Mon. Jeff, you're up next.
Lucky me. Thanks, team. Well, I guess where I'll start is shipping and fulfillment are at the heart of every successful e-commerce business. While marketing and product development are crucial, what keeps customers truly coming back is a smooth and reliable delivery experience. Research shows that 84% of online shoppers are unlikely to return after a poor delivery experience. Late deliveries, fulfillment bottlenecks, and inefficient shipping strategies don't just increase costs, they erode customer trust. The reports I'm going to dive into here have an operational focus and are easily accessible through the Starshipit platform and can be exported for further analysis in tools like Excel or Power BI. So let's dive into them. Our pending orders or unshipped orders report. First of all, why is it important? Imagine you're a retailer and you're running a flash sale. Thousands of orders coming in within hours, but then the warehouse suddenly can't keep up. Suddenly, you're sitting on hundreds, if not thousands, of unshipped orders, leading to late deliveries, frustrated customers, and at worst, poor reviews. The unshipped orders report is a real-time snapshot of unfulfilled orders, and a high number can indicate that there's processing bottlenecks, whether that be in picking, packing, or carrier allocation. Potential delays in deliveries, which can impact the customer satisfaction and loyalty. Or, at worst, inventory management issues, especially if stock is allocated, but it's not moving quickly enough. What's the key takeaway here? High pending orders can have a domino effect that can disrupt your entire fulfillment process. So how do people use this report? Daily monitoring. Large retailers can often check this multiple times a day. Even smaller businesses should track this at least once a day to prevent delays from truly snowballing. You can start to find patterns in delays. Are certain products causing fulfillment slowdowns? Are regional delays happening due to carrier capacity limits? Do you actually have enough staff to process all your orders? And you can use it to start to streamline your fulfillment process. Consider batch processing, automation, or even wave picking. You can generate this report in a couple of different areas on Starshipit, but with Starshipit's Sidekick app, you can actually generate this report at the click of a button, allowing teams to quickly identify and resolve backlogs. For example, I worked with a New Zealand fashion retailer last Christmas that were downloading this report hourly to prevent order congestion and seeing which of their 10 stores nationwide were having delays. By catching these delays early, they were able to ensure that their orders stayed on track and their customers remained happy through peak. Next slide, please, Mon. So, on-time delivery. Speed is no longer a luxury, it's an expectation. Studies show that 69% of customers are less likely to shop with a retailer again if an order is simply delayed. On-time delivery rate measures how often shipments arrive on or before the promised date. This can also be known as DIFOT, which stands for delivered in full and on time. Couriers nowadays will give delivery estimates and sometimes even guarantees, meaning that if the package isn't delivered on time, they'll actually reimburse you for the cost of the shipment. Remember that if this number drops, businesses may face negative reviews, even delays outside of your control. The customer will blame the brand and not the courier. You'll potentially face increased refund requests. Some retailers are losing thousands in refund claims due to missed delivery windows. And most importantly, low customer trust. Repeat purchases drop when deliveries fail to meet expectations. So how to use this? You can use it to track your courier performance. If one courier is consistently lower in their on-time delivery rate, it may be time to switch or consider negotiating better terms. You can use it to optimize your shipping options. Are premium services worth the extra cost? Use your data to compare standard versus express services. For example, if you're in Sydney or Melbourne, do you really need to be offering an express option for customers in the same city? Orders will still likely get there within a couple of days, right? And prepare for peak seasons. Monitor your on-time delivery during Black Friday, Christmas, or even promotional periods to ensure that fulfillment can handle the increased demand. Plus, use this information as a talking point with your courier partners to help them understand your bottlenecks or concerns when it comes to deliveries. I've heard a story where a snack subscription business was relying on early week deliveries, but noticed a consistent issue with one of the delivery areas for lateness and/or issues with the delivery. They simply brought it up with their courier to bring to their attention, and it turns out one of the drivers was actually eating the snacks. Just goes to show that if you bring these sorts of things to the attention of the courier, they might just be able to get it resolved for you in a timely fashion.
Absolutely.
Starshipit provides carrier performance tracking, letting businesses compare default rates across different couriers. And if you see that one courier is consistently underperforming, you can adjust your shipping mix accordingly. Thanks, Mon. Next slide, please. Your average transit time. As I mentioned before, it's an expectation nowadays. Your average transit time tells you how long it typically takes for your orders to reach customers once they've left the warehouse. This is a crucial metric because customers are expecting speed. Amazon has set the bar high with same-day and next-day delivery. While not every business can match that, reducing transit time can improve customer satisfaction. And high transit times can actually lead to increased cart abandonment as well. If delivery times look too long at checkout or on the website in general, shoppers may leave before even completing their purchase. It can also lead to operational cost rises. Slower deliveries lead to more customer inquiries asking, "Where's my package?" or refund requests or even chargebacks. Use this report to benchmark against your competitors. If competitors are delivering in 2 days, but you're taking 5, you may be losing business. You can identify slow shipping routes. Some regions naturally take longer, but if transit times are inconsistent, it may be time to test different couriers. Or improve your estimated delivery promises. Customers are more forgiving when the expectations are accurate and transparent. Some of the large retailers we've worked with are using our report tools to compare the transit times across different couriers and regions, and this allows them to choose the fastest but also most cost-effective shipping methods for those areas and diversify their courier mix as needed. Remember, you can use a tool like this to manage your customer expectations. Platforms like Shopify have a very simple templated area for noting down your shipping information. The best examples I've seen of this have been used to outline the average delivery timeframes for their orders up front before customers even get to the checkout, mentioning the time difference between standard or express, and then also mentioning potentially the couriers as well. I actually use this page often myself, just so I can know how long it might take an order to get to me and where it might be coming from, but also who it might be coming with as well. Thanks, Mon. Next slide. Our destination breakdown. So understanding where your shipping is going is important as knowing how fast it's actually getting there. You can use this to optimize your fulfillment strategies. Should you be fulfilling from simply one location, or should you be using regional warehouses or stores? Can you control your costs in a better way? International shipping is straight up expensive. Are some locations worth bulk discounts or fulfillment centers like 3PL partnerships? Could you be expanding into new markets? If you're seeing a rise in orders from a new country or even a new city, it may be time to localize your pricing, marketing, and even your fulfillment. I've seen customers use this report to identify their cost-heavy regions and adjust their shipping prices, as Georgia mentioned, to ensure that they're not potentially losing out there. They can expand efficiently. If demand is rising, like I said, using a 3PL or a local fulfillment center, or negotiate better better shipping rates. Larger volumes going to certain destinations can mean you can work with your courier partners to get a better price for yourself, potentially. One of the most common uses I've seen of something like this in the real world is identifying order growth in places like Western Australia. We have a lot of Australian customers on this webinar, and it's a really good example for me to talk to. I've spoken to retailers who have used this data to open a store in Perth and use that store to fulfill the orders locally. Geographically, Perth or Western Australia as a whole is a very, very long way away from East Coast Australia. And with that distance comes courier cost as well. So like I said, shipping and fulfillment aren't just back-end operations. They are the key drivers to growth and customer satisfaction. By leveraging the 4 reports I've just spoken around, your pending orders, your average delivery time, your transit time, and your destination breakdown, you can reduce delays and optimize your workflows. You can improve your customer experience and increase your retention, or cut costs even by making smarter shipping and courier decisions. With Starshipit, these reports are simply just a click away, giving retailers and 3PLs data-driven control over their fulfillment operations.
Nice one, Jeff. So many good shout outs there. And really second what Jeff mentioned about managing expectations. So whilst, yes, the research indicates a fast delivery is absolutely desirable, research also indicates that a reliable delivery is just as important. So if you manage customer expectations by setting realistic delivery windows, it will go a really long way to ensuring that you gain that repeat purchase. And as Jeff has alluded to, working with your carrier in a partnership to help them identify any blind spots is so important. Maybe they aren't aware of a particular delivery area that consistently underperforms, or maybe there's an opportunity to get your goods into their network earlier to reduce potential delays. So really working with your carrier is just so important to see how you can optimize those delivery windows. Yeah, so thanks Georgia and Jeff for walking us through those key reports and insights. Just wanted to take a moment to let you know where you can actually find these reports in your Starshipit for those customers online, where you can find them in Starshipit. So simply log into your dashboard and head to the main menu and go to Analytics. And in Analytics, there are 2 options for your viewing pleasure. First is the shipping summary, and that one includes where you can view a summary of your order volume split by platform and carriers. The second option is your shipping performance. You can analyze the performance of your integrated courier services at a glance. It'll include things like the average shipping times, early, on time, or late deliveries across your multiple carriers. Also, if you want to dig deeper into the actual data and see the raw data and the full data set that makes up these analytics, you can select reports. And so you literally head from the main menu to reports, and you'll find package sent, shipments per workstation, shipping price report, delivery performance report, and various others. The cool thing about these is that you can pull them on demand in CSV or Excel format and have our clever pivot tables run some personalized analysis for you. Or you can have them scheduled to send to you and other key stakeholders across your business at desired intervals. So you really get to choose when and how you receive those reports. And overall, these reports really help you to take the guesswork out of fulfillment and really make those data-driven decisions with absolute confidence. Cool. Okay, well, that wraps up our session on leveraging analytics for smarter shipping decisions. But now we'd love to hear from you. So we're going to take a minute to check the Q&A box, see what's come through. And if you have any questions that are burning on your mind, please take the time to pop them in now so that we can answer them live. Here we go. Hold the line callers. Okay, there's a great question in here from Trevor. Does Starshipit integrate with other BI tools like Power BI or Google Data Studio? Oh, Georgia, I know that's one that comes up often with your enterprise customers. Over to you for that.
Yes, yes, it can. So we have an open API, so you can use that to build your shipping data into these external reporting tools. Or I do have some retailers who actually schedule those CSV reports to be generated that has all of that raw data in it in the reporting section of Starshipit, and then have that feeding into your BI tools. Super easy.
Nice. Fantastic. Thanks for that. I have another one in here. Can I segment my data to see which products or regions have the highest shipping costs? And that's from Alex. Jeff, do you want to answer that one?
Yeah, I mean, definitely you can. The way I do it is I actually download our package sent report, which shows both what the courier quoted and also what was potentially charged on the e-commerce website as well, dependent on the platform. And then I simply just build a pivot table out and do it by destination. You can break it down by either postcode, state, city. You can even go down to like address level, but not many people need to. So yeah, it's just getting a little bit working with the raw data there and breaking it down into like a pivot table or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for that, Jeff. Guys, just reviewing what's in there again. Can I set up automated reporting so I don't need to manually create reports? That one was answered, but Georgia, do you want to reiterate the answer to that one?
Yes, yep, you can schedule reports in the reporting section that can be set up to be emailed to whatever email address you want it to go to. And I think it's on a daily or a weekly basis. You can have those set up to sent to you. Yeah.
Beautiful. Love it. Okay. Oh, there's one in here from Becky. Can you remove any orders that have had an error write back? This skews the results. And that's a good question. You could manually remove that, right?
Yeah, I'm frantically looking. I think you can, because you can see the write back status, but I'm just really trying to sense check myself off the top of my head. Becky, we might actually just come back to you afterwards with exactly how, but I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah. Thanks for that one, Becky. We'll have a look into that. It's definitely a way to show, like, you won't be able to see any like picked up statuses and things like that. So it should be able to easily identify, but we'll let you know what the real answer, full answer is of that shortly. Brilliant. Okay, it looks like, thanks everyone for great questions. And it just as a reminder, if we haven't covered your question yet, we'll reach out after the session and get back to you on any of those.
Sorry, Mon, there's one question from Michelle just around the Aramex to shipping performance analytics. Yeah, if you download our shipping performance report separate to the default one, all the data is actually on there with regards to Aramex, so you can see the estimated delivery timeframes and whether or not they were within those timeframes or not. You can then use that to also filter it by the courier itself. So on the first tab is the data, on the second tab is the report, and it's all filterable through slices. But yes, you can.
Pivot tables. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Okay. We can send you a bit of a guide there, Michelle, as well, so you can have access to that. Beautiful. Okay, so let's just do a quick recap of the key reports that we have covered today, and the critical questions that you should really be asking yourself about your shipping data. So the first one is the average transit time. So how fast are your packages do your packages actually arrive? So are there patterns of delays which routes or carriers are causing slow deliveries. Tracking this is going to help you to improve delivery times and effectively manage customers' expectations. We want to keep an eye on that one. Average shipping costs. Are you spending more than you should? So are your shipping costs higher than they should be? Are freight expenses eating too far into your margins? And should customers be contributing more to those shipping costs? It might be time to explore carrier options that balance cost savings with reliable services. So many options to explore there. Their on-time delivery rate. So which carriers are consistently meeting those delivery timeframes? And are delays impacting customer satisfaction and return rates? Remember that your carriers are your partners and they're absolutely an extension of your business. So work with them to overcome any concerns. Maybe your data alongside your customers' feedback can really help them to identify some operational blind spots and work with you to overcome them. The carrier breakdown. So are all of your shipping partners pulling their weight? Are you over-relying on a carrier that underperforms? And is there an opportunity to diversify your carrier mix for better cost and service balance? Destination breakdown. So where are your customers and how is that impacting costs? Are your fulfillment locations actually aligned to your key shipping zones? Do you need to consider secure drop-off points for those out of zone or rural areas to help to reduce costs? Or do you need to adjust your carrier strategy for high-cost destinations? Pending orders. Are fulfillment delayed, adding unnecessary time to your delivery? So are there bottlenecks in your warehouse or 3PL that's slowing down dispatch? And how can you speed up your order processing to improve your overall delivery times? By consistently monitoring, all of these metrics, you can turn shipping from a cost center into a competitive advantage and really optimize spend, improve delivery performance, and ultimately create those better experiences for your customers. So yes, before we wrap up, let's just talk about how Starshipit can help you to put these insights into action. So if you're already a Starshipit customer, we really encourage you to explore the reports and analytics section in your dashboard. And if you're new to Starshipit and want to see how it works for your business, we'd love for you to try it out. You can sign up for an obligation-free trial, no credit card required, and just actually experience it firsthand, or book a demo with our team to explore how we can tailor a solution to your needs. Also a shout out to keep an eye out for our Evolving Expectations report. It's an annual report where we dive into the latest retail trends and what leading retailers are prioritizing in 2025 for growth. It's jam-packed with insights to help you stay ahead in this ever-changing e-commerce landscape. And for those of you attending the Retail Fulfillment Summit in Melbourne next month, please be sure to come and say hi. We have our wonderful Georgia and Aaron who will be attending, and I'd love to connect with you more and learn about how data and automation can power your fulfillment strategy. So yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for joining us today. We know how busy it is out there, so I really appreciate your time. And we really hope that this session has given you some valuable takeaways and has left you as excited about the power of data as we are. Enjoy the rest of your day. Ka kite anō.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate your time.